Hey y'all, welcome to or welcome back to our very bookish channel. My name is Amanda and today I am going to be reviewing an ARC copy of an ebook I got from NetGalley called Snow Globe by Soyoung Park. Okay, I'm just going to pop the picture of the cover up here because my tablet is reflecting the light coming in from the window back here. So first I want to say thank you to NetGalley and Delacorte Press for allowing me to have early access to a copy of this book. I appreciate all of my ARCs. I try to read and review all of them that I can for the channel, and I just want to say a huge thank you to both NetGalley and Delacorte Books for giving me this opportunity. First, let's talk about the cover. So I actually really like the cover of this book. It's very pretty, but I don't feel like it well represents the vibe or the feel of this book. There's obviously some broken glass, which would represent the snow globe. I like the fact that the title is very big, so you can read the title very clearly, and then it has the author's name below it. I like that. I hate it when books have the author's name like this big and the title like this big. So I do like that aspect of the cover, but I just don't think that this cover really encompasses the vibe of the book, and that's kind of what you want. I mean, you want a cover that people are going to look at and want to buy, but you also want a cover that represents the story. And I just don't feel like this really gives you an idea of the vibes of this book. The setting of this book is really interesting. It takes place about 200 years from now in a very, very, very cold world. Think Snowpiercer. If you've ever seen Snowpiercer, that's the environment, that's the setting. There is one place on the whole planet that's not frozen over, and it is in a snow globe environment. So it's a city that's encased in a globe, and it sits on top of a nuclear reactor site, which allows for this snow globe to be warm and have a usual temperature, and they can manipulate the temperature. It never goes below, I think, 35 or 40 degrees. They can have sunny days, and this dome can make the sky look like anything. So these people literally live in a bubble that is completely separated from the outside world. They have all the technology, they have all the food they could want because they can grow their own food, where in the outside world you can't really grow food. You have to get food shipped from the globe, and it's very rare and very sparse, and they have to ration it. So the outside world, very much a very dark, cold place. Inside this globe is like what I kind of envisioned as the capital of Hunger Games. Following Chobam, and I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names. I'm gonna do my best, but this is kind of how I say them in my head when I'm reading the book. So Chobam has a twin named Onji, and they are living outside of the snow globe in a village in the cold, and most everyone that lives outside of the snow globe has to work in a power plant to generate energy to help them get on with their lives, because there's no way they could function without energy. They need a little bit of electricity, they need a little bit of heat for sure, and they have to have ways to heat their water so they can have tea and just live a somewhat decent life. So her and her twin are getting ready to go to their shift at the power plant, and you're just learning a lot about this world. The beginning, there's a lot of world building, but it's interesting because you're having conversations. These two twins live with their mom and grandmom, and the grandmom is always talking about how Chobam looks exactly like Go Harari, which is this famous actress that lives inside Snow Globe. Then one day, this famous director shows up and says, Chobam, have you ever noticed how much you look like Go Harari? I need you to come to Snow Globe, and I need you to replace Go Harari. So Chobam has this opportunity, and she agrees to go to Snow Globe, and needless to say, Snow Globe is not the happy community that is portrayed on TV. Now, this book was hyped as Hunger Games meets Squid Game. And I do not feel like this met that expectation. I think the concept is there. I think the world is there. The setting is there. The plot is there. But for me, this book fell flat as far as action goes. There's really not a lot of action. I was expecting, once Chobam gets to this snow globe city, that people are ruthless. Directors are pitting actors against each other. She has to get cutthroat and mean. She has to hurt other people. There might be fights. There might be events. There might be games. I was expecting that kind of environment, that kind of ruthlessness that you get from Hunger Games and you get from Squid Game. I was expecting it to kind of be a fight for survival, but there's really none of that happens in the book. So if you are expecting that, then you need to adjust your expectations. I did find out that this is a duology. It does say it's recommended for ages 12 and up, so there's no inappropriate content for the younger readers. There is very dystopian concepts, but there's not really a lot of actual fighting or there's no spice at all. There's no romance or romantic interest at all. So you know, I do feel like it is appropriate, but for me, when you say Hunger Games, I'm expecting something to just grip me, and I'm expecting a lot of action, a lot of fighting, a lot of manipulation, a lot of politicking, and I really didn't get that from this novel. It fell flat. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review and you have a better idea of what's going on in this book, so you can decide for yourself if you want to pick it up. And if you are interested in more ARC reviews, like I said in the beginning, we always try to get copies of new books coming out and read and review them for the channel. Please click that subscribe button. We also have lots of vlogs coming out. We do TBRs and wrap-ups, all the good stuff. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and like Jen always says, until next time.